Women now graduate from college at higher rates than men. And while self-confident, assertive women find success in work or other parts of their lives, one big hurdle can still remain finding the right partner. Sonya Rhodes is a relationship expert and psychotherapist. Her new book is called The Alpha Woman Meets Her Match. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, alpha woman, what is an alpha woman?
Well, if you think about all the political and social changes that have happened for women, the alpha woman is a new generation of women who are strong, confident, assertive women who are natural-born leaders. They've adapted into their personalities what we have considered to be masculine traits. But these are really not masculine traits. They're human traits. They're traits of dominance and boldness and outspokenness and risk takers.
Those all sound like good traits, but why is it so hard then for an alpha woman, as you describe her, to be lucky in having a healthy, successful relationship?
Well, for one thing, there's been some negative, some negative feeling about alpha women in the past. Alpha women have been considered to be domineering, bossy, the B word I don't even want to use on television, and because they have stepped out of the traditional role of women, they've been outside the traditional roles that we've assigned to women in the past, they've been slammed. But today, these alpha qualities are exactly the qualities that are really necessary for women to succeed in the world. So the alpha woman has been taken out of the penalty box and into the mainstream of the culture.
One of the things I thought was so interesting in your book, you mentioned this. The average age for a woman to get married is an all-time high. It's 27 compared to 20.
Right.
Is that because there are more alpha women and they're doing something else? Is it a bad thing?
I think a lot of women are spending their time in their 20s developing their careers and becoming more independent. So women are delaying marriage. In fact, there are more women getting married between the ages of 30 and 45 than any other group of women, which is pretty startling because women start panicking around the age of 30, 32, 34, 29, start panicking. Boy, they've lost the opportunity to get married. You know, they're never going to get married.
So in your book, you say, as a strong woman, don't settle, don't enable, and don't tone yourself down. But then later you say, maybe you should tone yourself down to assuage a man's ego, maybe. What's the contradiction there, Sonya? What are you telling us?
I am not recommending that women tone down their alpha. I really want them to embrace their alpha because basically they've expanded their personality into a whole new dimension of defining women in a different way, in a broader way. So that's great. However, there are some times that you need to step back and examine your self-behavior. You have to kick in your observing ego. So you watch how you're sounding. It doesn't have to do with sort of somebody else telling you you should tone yourself down.
I get that.
It has to do with, kind of you observing yourself.
We have to talk about the biological clock because you said don't be a slave to the clock, but you can hear that clock tick and talking.
Right.
In your late 30s, early 40s. He's not the greatest guy, but you think he's okay. What should we do?
Well, first of all, you don't want to settle. You don't want to panic. Don't panic and don't settle. There's lots of guys out there you just may need to look in a different direction for guys. Certainly the biological clock is a reality. I mean, we're all in the real world.
That women have that men don't.
Exactly. And but there's been some fear-mongering for women saying that basically at 35 you're going to, you've lost your chances. The real turning point is 40. The fertility drops off at 40, not at 35. Yes, it goes slowly down, from, I think, 23, but in a very minor way, not in the exaggerated way that we have the way it sounds.
Charlie, she says some men are intimidated by the alpha woman and some men embrace them.
What do you think?
I think you embrace them.
I do.
That's what I think.
I mean,
I think it's right. Some do and some don't.
And,
all right,
and what
Rhodes.
is necessary for the alpha woman is that she embraces the guy who really respects her and will support her goals.
We got it. Thank you, Dr. Rhodes. The Alpha Woman Meets Her Match. It's on sale right now.